Hey, welcome to the shack that Dennis built, and today I'm here in the bathroom. As you can see, there's a toilet in the background, and I'm going to show you how to change out a toilet. So here's our toilet, and the problem with this particular toilet is it just has an inherent problem in that, isn't this a good view? Good view. When you flush it, it's not a problem of fixing the innards, it just doesn't go down very well. And so we're going to get a new toilet. We're going to show you how to put a new toilet on there. So the first thing we want to do is turn off the water. And then we want to get the water out of this toilet. So in order to get the water out of the toilet, first thing you do is we're going to empty this here. What I'm going to use this rag to get as much water out of the tank as I possibly can. There's always standing water in here, so you sop up as much as you can. So the less water you have in this, the better. And what I'm going to do to get rid of the water is I'm going to just plunge it and just send it on down the drain as much as I possibly can. All right, so here we go. We'll just sop it up with this. This is fun, isn't it? All right, so you can see I got all the water out and bone dry as much as possible. Now I'm going to just shove this rag down in there. The idea is you put that rag there, help create a vacuum so that the water doesn't come out when you pull your toilet out of there. The next thing we're going to do is we need to disconnect this puppy right here. Usually you can do it by hand. Okay, a little bit of water came out there. And then you've got down here, you've got on both sides, you have a toilet bolt that needs to come out. So I like to use channel locks on these. Seems to be the easiest way to do it. And then you just screw that puppy off. Isn't it fun? Just working on toilets. You got to get your head down there, you know. Hey, it's great. Nothing better than to change a toilet. This will show you what you're made of. Then once you get the bolt off, you know, usually there's a washer down there, so you want to get that washer off too. It's kind of ucky looking, but you'll survive. If your toilet just happens to be caulked, which you don't really need to do, but some people do it, you need to cut a little bit of a line there so you can get the toilet up without tearing the floor up. Just don't cut into the floor. Alright, so what we're going to try to do now, we're ready to take the toilet up. We got the bolts off, got the caulk cut, we're going to pick it up. Try to pick it up as evenly as possible. If you think you got enough water, you can just carry it out of the house. If not, I suggest put it in the bathtub and rock it back and forth. And the reason that you take it out as flat as possible is because if you tip it, that's going to make the water come out. And what a lot of people do is they'll put a garbage bag underneath it to keep the water from going up. So I'm going to put it in the tub, rock it back and forth to get the water out, and then we'll carry it out. So here we go. So, as you can see, it comes right up, flat as possible. I've already gotten rid of as much water as possible, so when you rock it back and forth, that makes it so that the water comes out, and now we're ready to take it out. Here we go. Again, as flat as possible. So I got that out without spilling a drop. So I made sure I got all the water out of there. Worked out real well. And I don't like to spill water, especially if you got to go across carpet. And we're just going to dry it out here. We're going to have to take that caulk off. Going to have to take these off. Going to have to take the seal off. We'll take that off. I always replace the hose. It's cheap and it's better than having a leaky one. It's best if when you take this off that you take it with you to the store, because they're different sizes, different lengths, and you can measure it and all that kind of stuff. I just like to take it with me so that I can compare. So now we're going to clean off this
caulk. I have my little scraper here thing, because the new toilet may not fit exactly the way this old toilet did. So I'm going to scrape all this stuff off. All right, so the next step is we're going to take off the toilet seal. And this one happens to be made out of wax. And they also make some that are synthetic. It looks worse than it is, but I recommend you use gloves anyway, just because it looks worse. And I'm not really fond of it, but you get your scraper underneath it, and then you get it all off, and we'll just put it right here. And look at that. That's done. I also recommend you take these out and get new toilet bolts, because those old ones are probably a little corroded. And now we're ready to set the toilet. So we've got a rag inside the hole to make sure nothing falls down there. So it's time to take the rag out. Put my wax ring on there. Just kind of set it there in the center. And I got my bolts to put in there. So you take your bolts, you slip your bolt in there. Put it in the other side. There we go. We got our bolts inside. So when you set the toilet, lift it up like so and set it down in place, because you don't want to drag it over that wax seal. Get that thing in place. Reach over the top. What you want to do down there is you want to make sure that that bolt lines right up with the hole. And then what I do is I sit on that toilet. You want to put some weight on that toilet. Right, so I've got the toilet. It looks really pretty good against that wall there. Maybe make a final adjustment. And then we're going to put our toilet bolts on there. Now this particular toilet from Lowe's, from Project Source, happens to have a wing nut, which is kind of nice because that helps. You put that wing nut on top of the other bolt, and that keeps it from coming up. Alright, give it a little bit of, you want to make sure this is nice and tight, nice and tight and snug. And all we're going to do is hand tighten this on. This is made so it doesn't need to be more than hand tight. Now, we are ready to turn the water on and see how it works. Here we go. So, you're going to turn this water on, and the point of this is you're going to feel to see whether there's any moisture, any water anywhere. So, I'm feeling dry, that's feeling good. I see it's filling up inside. Good news. All right, now that it's stopped, you want to feel everywhere. I don't feel any moisture, so that's a good sign. Now we're going to put the lid on. Fits nice. Put the top up, and we're going to give it our first flush and see how it works. And just like that, we have set the toilet. That's how you set a toilet. This is the shack that Dennis built, and this is the toilet that sits in the outhouse at the shack that Dennis built.